Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. It took a study to find this out. Yes, it took a study. I don't know how much they spent. I don't know how much of people's time was wasted, but money was spent, time was taken, and they have come up with a conclusion. They could have consulted with your professor and gotten the answer immediately. They did not need a study. I am research. Come to me, I'll give you the answer. You don't need to spend all this money and time. This is from the Channel 5 Chicago NBC website. Says here, whether you're working in a restaurant or running a company, you cannot afford to lose your cool if you are a woman. According to a Yale University study by psychologist Victoria Breskel. She and Eric Ullman at Northwestern University completed 3 studies to explore people's reactions to anger. They found that angry men, thank you very much, are accepted and rewarded, while women who get angry are viewed as less competent. In light of Hillary Clinton's run for the presidency, it was determined that anger can hurt her campaign, unless the anger pertains to treatment of a family member. Breskel says an angry woman loses status no matter what her position. I'll tell you what position I want a woman in. Bent over. And shut your trap. Says here in the studies, subjects responded that angry men deserve increased status, a better salary, and were expected to be better at a job than an angry woman. You want to know why women are not successful doing what I do for a living? There's your answer. Angry men, better salary, increased status, better at the job. Angry women, incompetent. You try putting an angry woman to do this job. Nobody will buy it. End of story. Says here, interestingly, when men explained why they were angry, the views that others had of them were damaged, while women were allowed to explain their anger. Well, why should I explain to you why I'm pissed off? Says here, Breskel suggests that it helps for women to stay emotionally neutral. If that isn't possible, women are urged to explain what angered them in the first place. And my guess is what made them angry in the first place was being women. That pissed them off. Now, I just want to say, for any woman who ever meets me, might meet me, might ever date me, might ever have designs on being in a relationship with me, let me just say this. I have no tolerance for women to be angry. At all. You can't be a bitch with me. You can't get angry with me. The second you do, you're done. I have a zero tolerance policy. You will not lecture to me. You will not tell me why I'm wrong. You will not critique me. You will not criticize me. I don't care if you disagree with me. I don't care if there are things about me you don't like. None of it is ever going to change. Anything you don't like, it's time to pack your things and get the hell out of my life. Now, you may think that's extreme, but the years that I have had a zero-tolerance policy towards female anger have been the happiest years of my life. And that goes all the way back to being a baby. I won't tolerate women being angry. It started with women in my family. Some of them are just so sour, nasty, humorless. and, frankly, bossy. I don't tolerate that crap. I left home at 16. I won't listen to it. And over the years, you ask me questions like, well, have you been married 4 times? Because I don't put up with anger. I won't get involved in arguments. I won't get involved in screaming matches, drama, soap operas, or any of that stuff. The minute you jump ugly with me, it's over. I don't care if you feel you have the right to get angry. You do have the right to get angry, and I have the right to be alone. I have the right to live any way I want. I have the right to live without you. I won't listen to angry women. I just won't listen to them. Angry men, I'm used to that. I work with guys. We don't always agree. Sometimes one of us pops off. That happens. But any chicks stamping their feet, I'm out. And frankly, guys, I think if you had the same zero-tolerance policy, eventually all the bitches would be left unmarried, alone, with their cats and their spinster status, wondering where all the good men have gone. And where all the good men will go is very simple. All the good men are going to go be with women who don't ever open their traps. You got a problem with that?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I was just like that one guy that was waiting around for that one girl forever, and then it occurred to me why. There's tons and tons of girls out there. If one doesn't give it up to you, many more will. You know, you just got to find them and make it happen.
Right.
Why waste your time on one girl?
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. And, yes, a study that says angry women are viewed as incompetent. And I say I have a zero-tolerance policy. I learned. Never tolerate anger from a woman. Never. Never. And I tell them point blank, I'm not going to tolerate any of that stuff from you. You shut your trap or I'm just out. Out, out, out. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Here's Mia on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, I wanted to say that you are being ridiculous. One day you're going to find the most beautiful woman, and you're going to do everything she asks you to do. You're going to tolerate her drama.
No.
You're going to listen to her bull.
No, I did that when I was younger, Mia, and when I was stupid, and I learned from experience that I get more respect by telling women they better shut their trap, and I'm not going to tolerate any crap from them, than by sitting there and quietly tolerating their crap in order to get to look at somebody who's halfway attractive.
But she's going to be more than halfway attractive. She's going to be everything that you ever wanted, Tom.
Darling, I have had 9s and 10s, and they were told point blank, I will not tolerate your crap. Other guys, who did I say this to? There was one really hot chick I said, you know what? You're used to guys tolerating your crap, and you think I'm going to tolerate it. But guess what? I'm not. Because with me, women, easy come, easy go. When one bus leaves the bus stop, another bus is coming along in 10 minutes.
Right, Tom, but it's going to be more than just beautiful. She's going to be a 10. She's going to cook for you. She's going to clean for you.
Darling.
She's going to be everything that you ever wanted.
Darling, these angry bitches do not cook and clean for anybody, okay? Because they think their crap don't stink, you know what I'm saying?
There are beautiful women like myself out there that do cook and clean for her man for a good.
Oh, and you have a nasty temper, too?
I have a little bit of a temper. But
why would I want to listen to that? I don't care what you look like. Why would I want to listen to you get angry?
Because men are not always right. You're not always right, Tom.
Doesn't matter. I'm not in a competition with you.
You need to be told so.
No, I don't need to be told so. You know what? If I'm wrong, leave.
You won't want her to leave. You'll be begging
I'm telling you, if I'm wrong, get the hell out. And that's, by the way, where the rubber meets the road with these chicks. You know, the last 2 long-term relationships I had, these were women who were attractive. They were hot. And, in fact, they did some housework. And when I told them it was time to leave, amazingly, No matter how many critiques, no matter how many criticisms of me, they just couldn't bear to leave.
Well, you say that now, and it's because, you know, you've got a lot of money. But then you tell your listeners, these guys, to do the same thing. And these guys don't have any money, and they kick their girls to the curb.
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do, darling, with having money.
Oh,
it has to do with having. It has to do.
Treat women the way you
darling,
do,
it has to do with having self-esteem. That's what it has to do with.
No way. You get the women that you get, Tom, because you have a lot of money. Because we know you're not a 10, and you get the women that you get because you've got a lot of money.
But I don't give them any money, and I don't tolerate their crap.
And you tell your listeners to do the same thing. These guys don't have that kind of money, and they'll be lonely. They start doing that and treating women the way you do, and they'll be lonely. They're sitting around wishing they had a girl, wishing they could get some. And they just won't get the same results. So men, don't listen to them.
Thank you so much, dear. Yeah. Come on over and try it sometime. Come on over and try jumping ugly with me and see what happens. You'll get one swift kick out the door. I never listen to women's critiques, criticisms, complaints. Nobody raises their voice to me, and they certainly don't raise a hand to me. Oh, they're out. You got a problem with this? Something wrong with that? 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. 1-800-5800-866. David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Tom. Long time, second time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are a genius. And I follow what you say. Yes, I'm married. But I got to tell you something. My father-in-law, coming from a Muslim country, he's not Muslim, he's Jewish. But he told me, you keep my daughter under control. You don't let her open her mouth. And he's right. He's completely right. It works very, very well.
That's the way it works.
Yes, it is.
You just tell them you're not going to tolerate their crap. That's that.
Oh, no. She doesn't have a bank account. She doesn't have nothing. She has to walk my way. Otherwise, the highway is open.
Your way or the highway?
You got it. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This is Jeanette on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello?
Is that a question or a statement?
No, okay. Is what I'm saying is you're giving all these men advice,
right,
to do the same thing that you say, like shut your trap, don't say nothing. They might as well just turn gay then, because they're not going to ever be able to get any women.
So, in other words, we have to tolerate your nasty temper if we want to have any hope. First of all, watch your mouth. You can't speak that way on this program.
Sorry. My bad. I thought that's what you
Or any program.
Oh, the nasty things that men do to them. I mean, you know, women can be beautiful and cook and clean.
Well,
and
darling, if a man does something nasty to you, why don't you just leave?
Well, because if it depends on...
No, because women love drama. That's why. Because you love yelling at guys. You love telling men what's wrong with them. You love telling them you hate them. You're angry at them, that men have problems. You love it. You can't leave. You're addicted to it.
You know, you really have... I think somebody hurt you really bad, like a woman hurt you really bad.
Is that so? You know, every man listening has been hurt really badly by a woman. Every single one.
No, but I think you really have been hurt real bad.
Oh, even worse than the other guys, huh?
Hater, like you just have this hate for women.
Baby, I don't hate. I got to tell you something. I don't hate all women. I just hate women like you, not all women.
But is every single one of your shows about how terrible women are?
I don't know. Is every Oprah Winfrey show about how terrible men are? Pretty much so, yes.
Wow. Okay, well, you might as well turn gay yourself then.
Oh, no? I don't have to, because you know why? Do you know why I don't have to turn gay? Do you know why I don't have to turn gay? It's because there's so goddamn many compliant women who will do exactly what I want.
And they're going to keep opening their mouth and you're going to keep having to kiss them goodbye.
That's fine. Guess what? That's the beauty part. It's the perfect crime. When I'm done with them, when I'm bored with them, they screw up and get angry, and I kick them the hell out and start dealing with another one. Love it.
With all these different women?
Learn it, live it, love it. Yes.
Wow. Okay,
love
well,
it.
good luck with that.
I don't need
All
any... By the way, before you go, I have a caller here who has something to say to you, Jeanette. Let me get Ali on the phone. Ali, what did you want to say to Jeanette? Ali?
Yes.
What did you want to say to Jeanette?
Yeah, Jeanette, I don't know where you come from or who you are, but I just want to tell you something. I'm completely broke, okay? I don't make a whole lot of money. But let me tell you something, young lady. I got these women coming and going, okay? The stuff that Tom Leykis is preaching here on the radio, okay, this is gospel, okay? This stuff works, okay? I mean, these women, it's the more demands that you make, okay? I used to be a pussy, okay, until I started talking to Tom Leykis, until I started listening to Tom Leykis. And the stuff that this guy is teaching us, okay, it works, okay? The things that he's telling us as far as how to treat a woman, okay, because I used to be out there doing all kinds of stuff for women. I used to take them out to dinner, buy them clothes, buy them jewelry, all this stupid, and I wasn't getting anything I wanted at all. And it wasn't
you're messing with the wrong women. It's not what you do. It's who you take out. You know what I mean? You're probably picking up women in bars or nightclubs, you know, drunk and stuff. I mean, it depends on who you're messing with. You know?
Look,
but it's good entertainment. I'll give you that.
It doesn't matter who the woman is. Okay,
she could very entertaining.
She could be an 8, a 9, or a 10. Okay, and just like Tom Leykis says, the hotter she is, the lower her self-esteem. And I come to realize that I can make more demands the hotter she is. And the more demands I make, the more respect the woman has for me. The more I ignore her phone calls, her text messages, the more of a response I get from her. And it's just unbelievable. They love it. They just soak it up, and they always complain about these men who treat them like crap. And you know what? It's exactly what women want. And you know what? You guys do it to yourselves. If you want a guy who's going to be nice, who's going to cater to you, who's going to open doors, you better act like a lady. You better act like a lady.
I have a man like
act
that.
like a woman.
And
okay?
when I
if
get
you want to
mad,
be angry
when he
and if
does
you
something
want to
stupid and I get
at
mad,
us, we don't want to hear it. We have no interest in dealing with it.
And then we apologize to each other and get on with our lives. You know what I mean? It's a give and take situation. It's not just, I have to shut up, do everything. You know, that's ridiculous.
It is. And you know what? Tom Leykis is right. Back in the 50s and the 60s, back when it was a traditional type of household, you know, it was after that stuff worked. The woman was in the kitchen. She was taking care of the kids. And the man went out, and he was the breadwinner, and he brought income to the family. And life worked, and families worked. And I wish I was living back in that day, because I would love to have that type of household. I would love to be able to have a family and raise kids and have a normal type of household. But you know what happened is these women come up and they demand all these things like respect and equal rights, and you aren't living up to it. Women are just not living up to the equal standard, and it's completely unreasonable. You are making unreasonable demands, and you know what? Men are going to backlash at you. We're going to come back. And we're not
making unreasonable demands now by expecting us to just be quiet.
Come back and make our demands to these women, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. We're not taking it. We're done. Men are done laying down for these women. We're done being taken advantage of, and we're done spending money on women. It's over. It's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
You can forget about it. This is the year of our Lord, 2008, and you can forget about all that stuff is history, and it's long gone.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds real good, but I doubt if you can really live up to all that. Those are some pretty far-fetched accusations you're making, and saying that you actually live up to all that. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But it sounds good.
I got at least 10 women I can call right now who are between the 7 and the 10 who will come over here and do my every desire because of the things that Tom Leykis has taught me, and it works.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You're on the air. Watch your mouth.
You wouldn't have listened to mine.
Do you hear me?
I've been on the
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Watch your filthy, disgusting mouth. Do you hear me? Yeah, that's what I figured. This is why I have a zero-tolerance policy. You see, that is exactly what I won't tolerate. That is exactly it. I'm out. I won't tolerate it. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello to Robert on the Tom Leykis Show.
Yo, Tom, what's up?
Doing a radio show here.
I can see that. You know what? My blood is boiling right now, man. My blood is boiling listening to these women. Could you freaking believe this? What the hell is
that last call, that Jeanette, that's what I'm talking about.
My blood is boiling right now, you know? I mean, I'm not going to tolerate. I was in a relationship for 18 years. I took a whole bunch of crap for nothing. I talked to you before. I'm the guy that told you that my mother's vagina is the only golden vagina because I came out of it. I don't know if you remember that a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. Well, let me tell these women, the only woman that can yell at me, and let me tell you, my mom is only 4'11" and about 70 pounds soaked wet, the most violent human being I've ever met in my life. Because she's the only one that could whoop my butt. But to have one of these women come and yell at me, I'm bringing the bread home, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do as a man, and to have a woman yell at me and tell me what to do and what time to do it, get out of here. Get out of my life. You leave me alone. I don't want to hear it. You see, right, just listening to this bimbo right now, I was just talking to you, my blood is I'm aggravated.
It's painful.
My blood is boiling. Do you think you're going to come home right now? I just got out of work. You think I'm going to go home to that?
Yeah, well, many men do. This guy's listening right now who come home to that.
Oh, my God, Tom, come on. And you know what? We're raising a society of, like you say, pussies. They keep watching all these women that watch Oprah and they watch Dr. Phil and how you should do this. You know what? Old school. Let's do it old school.
That's right.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. They
shut their trap and fold our socks.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We're creating a society of idiots. All these guys, you know, I hear some of these guys when they talk to you and you tell them, well, you know, you're in a bad relationship, get out of it. But Tom, you know, but, you know, that's the way it is, you know. And then you tell them, why do you have babies so young? Well, Tom, you know, and they talk like they have no testicular fortitude.
Well, they got some testicular something.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom. 1-800-5800-866.
Back in high school, you used to have a girlfriend. First day I heard you, dumped the bitch the next day.
I love that.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show from Hollywood. 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Okay. It all started with a story about a study that says that angry women are viewed as incompetent. Took a study. Figure that out. And I just said that I don't tolerate anger, don't tolerate yelling, don't tolerate critiquing or criticism from women. And the minute they do that, they're done. I just don't tolerate it. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Christina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi. Oh, my gosh, I got on.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, sorry. Hi, Tom. How's it going?
Great.
Hey, I just wanted to totally support your opinion that I could not agree with you more. I completely believe that it is absolutely stupid when any woman tries to yell at a man, making him do what she wants him to do. So it's just, yeah, I find, it's basically, you know, you come as you are, and we should be taking you as you are. It's just, it's outrageous to me that so many females try to change the way their partners are, or they get married and they expect that they're going to change something about their husband. And I just could not agree with you more, and I think it's awesome that you're trying to basically make men become better men.
Just stand up and have a spine.
And I think that the only way really for pretty much for a woman to approach a man is if you have your feelings deeply hurt. I really feel that other than that, there's no reason to, you know, approach your partner about, he's going to do what he wants to do. It's his life. You know, this is why you're with him. If you don't love him, get out. That's really my opinion.
Well, I agree with that. And by the way, why is it about women who complain and complain? I don't think many men have tried what I've tried. Well, you tell them, well, you know what? If you're not satisfied, you should leave. Why don't they leave?
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Because they love the drama.
You know?
They love the rocket and roller. They love it.
I think part of it, too, is just it comes with selfish women. I think it's the baggage that comes along with women that are selfish. It's just, that's how it's going to be for you, you know?
I have less stress in my life. I'm happier than I've ever been. Ever since I decided I'm not listening to it anymore. I'm done.
Well, I think it's great you're bestowing this wisdom upon your fellow men, so.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, and I just have to also say that I absolutely love pretty much the advice that you give to several guys that are basically living with these women that are just complete losers, that are leeches, that are using them for money. This is like a completely foreign idea to me. I can't even believe that there's women like them out there.
You are right about that.
Yeah, and I love the one where you gave the guy pretty much advice who lived in Arizona to turn the air conditioning off and then she would leave.
That's right.
It was like the most genius idea ever. So I used that one on one of my friends who was having a similar problem to that. So.
Yeah, these guys are paying for the utilities. Why they're getting the crap kicked out of them? They're paying for these women's internet bills and their electric bills, their gas bills.
Just, you know, and the best thing about you, I think, is really you tell men how to go about it. You don't tell them, oh, well, this is what you should do, or you know, this is how you should feel. You just get down and dirty with it. You just
because I've done these things. I turn the utilities off on a woman. By the way, it took every utility. I did one utility at a time, and it took electricity. It took complete darkness in the middle of winter in upstate New York to get her to finally leave.
Oh, my gosh.
It was New Year's Day.
Hey, but I'm sure it was worth it, right?
Oh, are you kidding me? The feeling of satisfaction I had seeing the guy she was dreaming about and fantasizing about coming over and having to lift her furniture and take that burden off my hands. Oh, my God, hallelujah. To this day, it gives me strength, remembering that day. And I would do it again.
Well, that's good. You know, I mean, I'm just saying that I think it's great that you're giving men this kind of advice because, I mean, a lot of them are just so stupid. I can't believe that they would hang around with a woman that uses them. However, sometimes you'll even tell the guy, you know, you'll just say straight up, you'll be, well, hey, you know, you're with what you deserve, and I know when I give you this advice, you're not going to do anything about it.
By the way, a word to the guys.
About it,
I was speaking of practical advice, word to the guys, never, you think you're getting a good deal, but she puts the electricity in her name or the gas, never let her do that. If you insist on living with her, you pay the $50 or $75 deposit, you turn on the electricity, you turn on the gas, you turn on the internet, you turn on the water, you turn on the satellite TV or the cable or whatever.
Or better yet, don't live with them at all.
Well, that's what I think you should do. But if you do move in,
your place to yourself. I mean, any woman, she's not going to respect you if she moves into your place.
Well, not only that, you know, when I was a kid, if somebody lived with you and they became a big pain in the ass, you would call the locksmith. That's how you took care of it. And now they've made all these laws because of all these concerns about what they call domestic violence. That now you can't just throw somebody out anymore.
That's a good issue. Didn't even think of that.
So the thing you have to do is you have to say, okay, I can't throw you out, but I'm not required to pay the light bill.
So there's the hook. You know, that's another good thing about you. You always catch those little hooks that women get men by that are incredibly evil, the small things, you know.
I told this ex of mine.
I listen to you, and it makes me ashamed to be female.
I told this ex of mine, I said, you know what, if you want to live here without electricity, you go right ahead. I'm going to go move in with my friend. And I also told her that if you like, you can put a deposit down on all 5 or 6 of the utilities and put it all in your name.
Yeah, of course she didn't.
No, she moved out then. She had no answer for that.
Any kind of woman that lives with you like that is just going to basically be leeching off of you. You know, I mean, I don't know why guys don't tend to go for women who are more successful, have made their own living.
Well, when women say they're independent, I'm not intimidated. I say, that's great. I'm glad you're independent because I want you living in your own place. I don't want you living in my place.
Exactly.
I think independent women are fantastic. Women love to say that men hate independent women. Oh, no, no, no. I love them. Because that means...
guys go for them because they're easier, I think, is the ones that are dependent.
No. Independent women are easy. There's no doubt about it because they're so busy. They have no time to develop real relationships.
Like you, right?
They got booty calls. They're like guys. But the thing is, when women say they're independent, I say, fantastic. Good. You'll be keeping your own place then. That's great. No coming to my place. No coming to my place and putting yellow and pink items all over the place. It's not happening.
Oh, I guess you've had that happen to you, huh?
Oh, yes. But never again.
Pretty soon she starts moving all the feminine hygiene stuff in, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what it starts with? It starts with that little post that goes behind the pierced earring, you know, like that holds it onto your ear, that little clip in the back. You know, when you put a piercing through your ear, and on the other side you have to put that little thing to, like, lock it in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what they call that little thing. It starts with those little things. That's the first thing. Then it's the extra toothbrush, the extra razor. Then it's the hair dryer. Do you have a hair dryer? No. I got to get a hair dryer. Then it's the hair dryer. Then it's all these items of clothing. Then pretty soon she's taken over a closet. And then by the time you turn around, you'll realize that her lease ran out 3 months ago.
Exactly.
That's pretty much the way it works. Thanks a lot for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Paul on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going, buddy?
Going great.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, like, when these women are trying to change us and stuff like this, man, it just shows that we're a sucker and they don't want to be with us anyways, you know? So if we just practice the Tom Leykis deal, those are the kind of women that we want to be with, man. And those are always end up being the funnest girls to be with anyways, you know, because they're out for a good time just like we are.
And there's nothing wrong with being out for a good time.
No, I mean, it's you know, sometimes you get these girls that are clingy and you're getting ready to go on vacation, so you got to get rid of them. And you tell them, hey, if they want to come along, just grab a few of their friends and join us there, you know, meet us there. We'll be there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, exactly. So when you get these clingy ones that want to change you, man, you got to get rid of them quick.
And that's what I do. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This is Renee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
Great.
Wonderful. Glad to hear it. I just wanted to make a quick statement about these stupid women who keep calling your show saying, oh, I cook, I clean, I do this, I do that. Well, that's all well and good, but that can be bought and paid for by somebody else who could probably do it better. So I really think that these women who keep calling in saying that same tired statement should really reevaluate who they are as people and what exactly they're bringing to the relationship.
Well, I found out first of all, American women don't want to do any housework.
Well, I'm Mexican, so I do all my own housework.
Oh, but that means your mom or dad or both are from Mexico and you still subscribe to Mexican culture. And that's all well and good. But most American women don't want to do any housework, don't want to do any cooking. So the thing is, this is not one of the benefits of marrying an American woman. So
probably not.
You get such a better deal when you hire a housekeeper. And if you have a party, hire her to work the party, or hire a bartender, or hire a cook. It all sounds expensive until you realize that rather than paying somebody for one night's work when you need them, you're paying for somebody's expenses 31 days out of the month. You're paying for their handbags and their shoes and their clothing and their pedicures and manicures and their Starbucks.
Very true.
And it'd be a lot cheaper to hire somebody on an as-needed basis.
I totally agree, and I just wanted to go ahead and say that because I'm getting really tired of listening to the same retarded, stuff coming out of these women's mouths because it's just pathetic and sad.
I agree with you.
It's 2008. You could be doing so much more with your life instead of leeching off some dude.
That's right.
When I was 20 years old, I wasn't looking for a boyfriend. I joined the Navy so I could earn college, and now I live out here, and I'm a nursing student. So, just goes to show you with a little bit of initiative, you can do, pretty much what you want to do. You don't need a man to help you do that.
You are right about that, Renee. Thank you for the call. Jane on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Okay, so I have a question. So you know how you said you're talking about how they bring in their, little earring backings and their
right.
and whatnot. So why would you let it get to a point where they start bringing all that in?
Oh, I don't.
In the beginning?
No, I know about this because it happened in the past, and I learned the hard way.
So didn't you, and you didn't think to, everything twice to just stop it?
Well, again, my parents didn't live together, didn't live with anybody. They married each other in their early 20s, and that was their whole experience. They didn't give me any information about that.
And you say you refer back to like the 50s, how the women are in the kitchen and how it was like that back then. And you also talk about how it's funny how your callers refer back to that, and then they refer back to right now, how guys treat their females right now.
Well, I mean, now, no woman has to be my slave. That's just fine. All the women I ever date can live in their own apartment, their own townhouse, whatever, and I will live in my place. Then there will be no critiquing, no criticism, no complaints. You can't tell me.
How often would you guys go to each other's houses?
No, whenever we needed a booty call.
And you don't think that, I don't know, you don't think that's, I mean, you complain about how they start leaving their stuff, but it's cool when it's the booty call, but it's not.
I don't want stuff left at my place.
Then why do you let them?
Again, are you deaf?
No, I'm not.
Did you hear what I said when you first asked me this question? Did you hear what I said when you first called in?
Mm-hmm.
But you decided to ignore it and repeat the same question you asked 3 minutes ago.
Oh, that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, I'll bet. Thanks a lot, Jane. It's been a little slice of heaven.
The Tom Leykis Show.